So I'm sure you have been watching from afar what is happening in Hong Kong. So maybe the first question would be, how would you describe what is happening in Hong Kong?
Well, I see that people of Hong Kong has very legitimate concern about future of democracy in Hong Kong. Not just simply one or another law which was proposed by the government. Now it's retaken back, but I think that there is general concern about democracy, and we understand that concern. We, Lithuania, our country, we went through, a very painful process of what we call our revolution back in 1990s, when we regained democracy, when we regained our independence, when we regained our democracy. And now we are enjoying democracy, and we have still very strong feelings of solidarity with those people, who are really fighting for democracy in their countries. So that's why we absolutely understand demands of Hong Kong people to authorities in Hong Kong, authorities in Beijing, and we would like to wish all the best to Hong Kong people. And I think that, well, I would hope that Chinese government will understand at the end that if people are demanding security for their democracy, so their concerns are based on what they feel. So, and that means that both Chinese government and Hong Kong government should change their policy, their attitude, should find a way how to have much better, communication, understanding of the concern of the people, and I'm pretty sure that Hong Kong people will achieve what they want to achieve.
It's been 3 months now since the protesters took to the street against the Anti-Extradition bill. What do you think your country, Lithuania, can do to help and support the people calling for democracy in Hong Kong?
Well, we can only, be part of Western support for, democracy in Hong Kong. So we co-signed a resolution here in the European Parliament. We're feeling a lot of understanding and solidarity with Hong Kong people. We were touched very much by this, by initiative in Hong Kong to repeat what we did 30 years ago when we had this Baltic Way, chain of the people, for 600 kilometers. That was a very important event in our history, and when we saw that Hong Kong people are trying to repeat, even with similar songs, translated into your language, for us it was very emotional. We made not a very big, but nevertheless public demonstration in Vilnius in support for Hong Kong people. Chinese representatives were not very happy, but we are really standing very strongly always in support for people, possibility to have a choice, for people possibility to have democracy, independence, and if people are really demonstrating and demanding from the government some kind of those real human rights, political rights, always they will have support from our people. If those people are living in Hong Kong, or it doesn't matter for us. Hong Kong is not so close to Lithuania, but nevertheless we support very much, like we supported Ukrainian people, like we are supporting Kazakh people.
Sure. You're also a member of the European People's Party, and you're sitting also in the Committee of Foreign Affairs of the European Parliament. So can we ask you, what do you think at the EU level should be done to help Hong Kong people in this struggle for democracy?
Well, I remember, again, being in Lithuanian politics since 1990s. I remember very well how we were expecting EU support in our struggle to regain freedom, and to regain democracy, and each resolution from European Parliament, from member states in support for your fight for democracy reminds me how we were always expecting something similar, in our case. And one resolution was passed recently, in European Parliament. I hope that also member states will look, national parliaments will do the same. Of course, very important is the role of leaders, both on EU level and on national level. I hope that Angela Merkel, whom we trust very much, that she understands what does it mean, democracy. She grew up in Eastern Germany, like we grew up in Soviet, Lithuania. So that her visit perhaps was also possibility to send clear messages to Chinese authorities. That they should be much more respectful to concerns of Hong Kong people, to their demands, to your demands, for democracy. And I trust that. I hope that in Beijing, in Chinese government, there will be enough of clever people who should not try to repeat some tragic steps which were done 30 years ago.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Mr.
a lot.
Kubilius.
Thanks a lot.